Today we are going to learn about kinematic equation, how these kinematic equation are used for solving the various kinds of numerical. What are important points regarding this kinematic equation? These three kinematic equations, how this can be applied. While applying in any numerical, what are the key things that we have to keep in mind? Those things we are going to discuss. Students, kinematic equation that describes the motion of a body is given by V is equals to U plus AT, S equals to UT plus half AT square, V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. These are three in numbers. Students, here the symbol is like this. If we consider a body started from point A, have reached to point B. During this journey, even while the body we observe at point A was already moving with initial velocity U. So U denotes the initial velocity of the body. While reaching to point B, the velocity of body have changed to V. So U have changed to V. So V denotes the final velocity. Students, while change in velocity, while the speed or velocity is changing, the body will surely cover some distance or displacement. Here, this S denotes the displacement between point A and B. Then, during this displacement or during the process of changing velocity, it will surely take some time. So that time is denoted by T here. Also, since there is change in velocity, so surely there will be acceleration. That acceleration is denoted by A here. But keep in mind, this acceleration have a constant value. So this is constant acceleration or called as uniform acceleration, because this kinematic equation that we had derived in our last class was based on the graph in which the body was moving under uniform acceleration. There we had seen that from this VT graph, we were considering the body have initial velocity U, final velocity V, and from this only, this V, it had taken the time T. From this only, we had calculated this S equals to UT plus half AT square. Even this V is equals to U plus AT, that was also derived. So this straight line from U to V, this can happen only for constant accelerated motion. If the motion is not with uniform acceleration or constant acceleration, then these derivations are not applicable. So write down the very first thing. So above kinematic equation is for uniform acceleration or uniformly accelerated motion or constant acceleration. So uniform acceleration simply means constant acceleration, means A will not depend on the time, rather the acceleration A between A to B is always fixed. It will have a numerical value like 2 meters per second square or something. Okay, so the very first thing is these three can be applied only for constant acceleration. Keep in mind. So here A must be constant, and most commonly it is not equals to 0. A may be any value, 2 meter per second square or 7 meter per second square, or even it may be few kilometer per hour square also in any suitable unit. Okay, student? Now keep in mind, if, by the way, if it is stated for A is equals to 0, write on this as the point number 2, then how the motion is described, what the formula become. Student, just substitute A is equals to 0 in our kinetic equation. Observe what it becomes. So students, V is equals to U plus AT. It simply means U plus 0 into T. It is nothing but U. Means what? This indicate V is equals to U. Means what? It is called as uniform motion. Uniform motion. We have learned that in uniform motion, the speed remains the same. So it is only representation for the uniform motion. In addition to this, even if we apply our second kinematic equation, how much will be the displacement? Ut plus half AT square. It means what? Ut plus half into 0 into T square. Anything multiplied by 0 becomes 0. So it is Ut plus 0. So it is simply Ut. A student, what is this formula? Recall that the displacement, or for the uniform motion, or if the body is moving with speed V, then it is given by V into T. Or speed is distance by time. Means this speed is distance by time, or velocity is displacement by time, is applicable only if the body is not under acceleration. So that was basically the definition of our speed. So देखा आपने student. So this kinetic equation is very basic thing, जिसमें आपको यदि एक्सीलरेशन 0 हो जाए तो हमें यूनिफॉर्म मोशन बतलाता है, यानी क्या एक्सीलरेशन उसमें नहीं है. बट यदि यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सीलरेटेड मोशन है, उस केस में हमें ध्यान से ए को कंसीडर करना पड़ता है. स्टूडेंट, लेट अस कंसीडर द थर्ड काइनेमेटिक इक्वेशन. V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. What it become? At this time, it is U square plus 2 into 0 into S. So the next term is our 0. So this is our U square. A student, V square is U square. So taking the square root on both sides, V is equals to U. This is same as this case, student. This is same as this case. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, student? So keep in mind, whenever the body have acceleration, we must apply S equals to Ut plus half AT square rather than S is equals to speed into time. Okay, no? Because if you are taking the displacement or distance as S is equals to speed into time, for accelerated motion, means this term is missing. Your answer becomes wrong. So that is the next point you have to keep in mind. So this was regarding the acceleration. So this is applicable only for uniformly accelerated motion. A student, the third point is, here we have this velocity, this displacement, this acceleration. What all these are? These are the vector quantities. Therefore, these kinematic equations are also vector equation. Keep in mind. So this kinematic equation means, students, all the three equations that we have written above are vector equation. A student, when we call this as a vector equation, it simply means direction had to be considered, and considering the motion opposite to our reference direction should be taken negative. So this implies direction of motion is important. So direction of motion have to be considered. So if the motion is opposite to the considered direction, so it can be positive, means these quantities can be positive or it can be negative. So positive for those quantities which is in direction of motion, and the same quantity have to be considered as negative in direction opposite to motion. Opposite to motion means, student, these quantities means what? All of these, whether V, U, A, S, these can be positive or negative. But keep in mind, T, time, which is present in this equation, is a scalar quantity. So never take time negative. But T means time always have to be taken positive. Why? Since it is a scalar that we have learned that for the scalar and vector. That's why I was explaining by focusing each and everything regarding this sign and all these things while I was explaining the scalar and vector. If you have any doubt, you please go through those videos. Even I have already uploaded. So these directions are very important. Taking the reference direction in which motion is occurring is taken positive. The quantity in opposite direction, then it will be negative. Let me explain with one example also here. Students, say I am considering this is the road in which the body is moving. So body have the speed u, finally the speed reaches to v, but acceleration is in this direction. A is in opposite direction. If A is in opposite direction, so this A you have to take as negative, but this U and V you have to take as positive. Okay, student? We will also say means what? Here moving in this direction. This is the direction of motion where is the displacement is covered. So displacement is taken positive, but acceleration is in opposite direction. When it is happening? It is happening when we are taking the brake of our bike or vehicle. Then we are getting that the speed is going to decrease. While the speed is going to decrease, still the body is moving in forward direction. But its acceleration is in backward direction. Acceleration is not in forward direction. Acceleration is in forward direction when you start a body or when you are speeding up. At that time, the change in speed is positive, acceleration is positive. But if you are taking the brake, at that time, the speed is going to decrease or velocity is going to decrease. Therefore, their acceleration is decreasing, means it is in opposite direction, so it is taken as negative. So keep in mind, here I have taken the acceleration leftward, therefore it is taken as negative. In this case, you will observe that this V is decreasing. But if acceleration is also in this direction, then this acceleration we will take positive. So when it becomes positive and negative, let us consider one more example or the thing which is very important. The next important point is this acceleration. So acceleration is very important thing. So when acceleration is taken positive, when negative, that I will explain. In addition to that, there are few phrases used in our physics in framing numerical, and from that the quantity is given. So what are those phrases? So write down the first thing is, if it is written a body starts from rest, a body starts from rest. If this phrase or this statement is present anywhere in the numerical, it simply means you are given with the value of initial velocity as 0. Okay, keep in mind. The next one, it may be stated that the body came to rest. So right, if it is written a body or simply the body come to rest. So when the body come to rest, if this much word is available, it simply means it have stopped. So final speed is 0. Or it may be written body stopped. So wherever this phrase, this term is available, means this numerical data is given to you. Okay, student? Student, the next one is, most commonly it will be given as uniform acceleration. Though this acceleration value is not given, then you must apply your kinematic equation. Kinematic equation. It is very important. Student, the next point is regarding the sign or regarding the motion of body under gravity or when the body is moving vertically. So write that. Vertical motion of body. Regarding the vertical motion, students, here we have written that we have considered the body have started its journey from point A and it have reached to point B. While moving, we are considering the initial speed as u, the finally it have attained the speed v, and this distance we are denoting it or displacement by s. And during this motion, the acceleration have some value, okay, that depend on how much force you are applying. This we are taking, and this is the time t when it have reached to b. This was the general horizontal situation that we have explained or we have derived. But what about if the body is under this vertical motion? So keep in mind, a student, body under vertical motion have some special feature. What is that? Like if I am pushing it on the plane or on the ground, it is horizontal motion. But if I am just leaving it, it will start moving downward. It is the vertical motion. Or even I am throwing the ball exactly upward, means it is what? Vertically upward motion. So when there is vertically upward or downward motion, then how is the sign? How is the acceleration? They are another important thing. So students, keep in mind, we are learning about the vertical motion. Vertical means it can be, so if a ball is thrown upward, then it will be called as upward motion. If someone is releasing from somewhere, the ball, it will undergo the downward motion. So students, keep in mind, upward motion and downward motion. It is this one. So it can be downward. Downward means what? The body is initially at some height, then it is released from height. Like you are just throwing the ball upward, it will go at the top or maximum height, then it will again come back to the earth. Why it is coming back? Because the earth is pulling. Gravity. That we have learned. And this pulling force is called as gravity. And because of this pulling force, the acceleration arises. And that acceleration value is fixed when the body is moving vertically. This is the difference from this horizontal motion, where the acceleration is not fixed. Like you may drive your car with different acceleration depending on how much accelerator you are giving or you are pressing your accelerator of your bike or your car. But if you are leaving the ball from certain height, it will always move with the same acceleration. Whether you leave a heavy ball, whether you leave a tennis ball, whether you leave this pen, or whether you leave a pencil, or whether you leave a paper, the body will always move downward with the same acceleration. That acceleration is always fixed, and it is called as acceleration due to gravity. So student, keep in mind, so for upward motion or downward motion, the acceleration under vertical motion, a student, keep in mind, this vertical motion can be either upward or downward anyways. So that doesn't matter whether you are considering upward motion or downward motion, only their sign get changes. So keep in mind, acceleration under vertical motion is always fixed, and this value is 9.8 meter per second square, or approximately we are taking this as the 10 meter per second square. And this acceleration, why it is fixed? Due to the earth pull, which is always constant, even for the heavy body, even for the lighter body. Okay, that is called as acceleration due to gravity. So keep in mind, acceleration under the vertical motion is always fixed, and it is due to earth pull, means earth is pulling, giving this acceleration, give rise to acceleration, which is fixed for all the body, called, this acceleration is called as acceleration due to gravity, and this is denoted by G. Students, keep in mind, the term means for the vertical motion, we will use the acceleration due to gravity than the term acceleration, and its value is always 9.8 meter per second, and it will be denoted by G. I am talking regarding the acceleration. Now, the story starts from here. Observe it carefully. Students, I am considering the ball is released from certain height. So for the vertical motion, whatever the height or the displacement that the body will suffer, it is denoted by H. Means this is the height. If you are releasing, means this is the level of ground. This is the ground that we are considering, and it is the height, or this is the surface where this body will rest. Students, so in this case, the displacement covered will be denoted by H. Now, keep in mind, while this body will move down, you are observing that if the body is released or thrown downward, then its speed increases. Speed increases simply means its acceleration is what? Positive. Means the downward things we are taking as positive. Keep in mind, students. So in this case, U that we are taking is, means the body is already moving downward. So motion of body is taken downward. So the motion is downward. Mark it. So motion is downward means reference direction is our downward. And in downward direction, the speed increases, which give rise to acceleration A. This acceleration is denoted by G, and its value is always 9.8 meter per second square, or approximately taken as 10 meter per second square. Since this is moving downward, acceleration is increasing, speed is increasing, means acceleration is also in the same direction, so it is also taken as positive. Students, while it will reach at this point, its speed will surely change to V. But while reaching from point A, which is the top, to point B, which is on the ground or bottom, its velocity that we have considered have changed from U to V. Students, during this journey, the displacement is our H. Surely, its acceleration is given by this G, and our time will be T. Okay, student? This is one kind of a story. Another thing, student, it may be possible that you are standing on the ground and you are throwing the ball vertically upward. So how will be that motion? So I am considering the ball is now thrown upward. See, observe it carefully. Upward is the direction of motion. So this direction of motion is always taken as positive. What is the motion direction? That is taken as reference. The ball has started moving upward. So now we are taking this upward direction as positive. Here, this downward direction was taken as positive because the body was moving downward. Now, observe carefully. While it is thrown upward, or if you just throw a ball upward, it will start rising, then it will return back. How and why? Student, while it is thrown upward, how long it will rise? It will rise only if it have upward speed. Once this upward speed decreases and becomes zero, it will turn back. Okay? So while the body is thrown upward, its speed start decreasing. You can observe it very carefully, or you can observe it very easily just by throwing the ball upward in your ground. Tomorrow, please do it. So while it is thrown upward, its speed decreases. Students, it may be possible that I may observe the maximum height to which the body have gone. I may denote this maximum displacement by h. Student, how is the journey or how is the motion? Observe carefully. I have thrown it upward. The ball will appear somewhere here. It will somewhere here. It will appear somewhere here. From here, say this is the maximum height it have gone. Then it will again turn back. Turning back means what? Students, now here the body have turned back. Means it is now returning back. That I am doing. So just this was the upward motion. A student, observe it. While you have thrown the ball, it was upward, it have gone, and it have a return. So in this case, if the ball is thrown upward, you will observe that the body will go up to maximum height. Here, the things that we have to keep in mind, when this start turning back, at this point, its final velocity will become zero. Like a student, keep in mind, if I am running in this line, means a straight line, I am moving. Without stopping anywhere, can I turn back? No. If I want to say, I am moving in this direction and I want to go back, then surely I will have to come to rest here, or temporarily I have to just stop here and quickly I will turn back. Means for a moment, my speed becomes zero at this point where I am just turning back. Means you are not allowed to take on this circular path. If you are taking on this circular path, then no need to take. But if you are moving on the straight line, just a single line is given to you, or a white line is drawn on the ground, and it is asked to run on the same line and return back. Then while going forward and for returning, surely at the end of that line, you will temporarily, almost you will come to the rest, then your body will turn back. So that's why keep in mind, the body can take a return, then at the returning points, its speed becomes zero. Means here we are getting initially the body must have thrown with some initial speed. A student, in between this journey, like if anyone is asking here the speed is not zero. Here it has some value. It may be possible to consider the motion up to this much distance only. We may consider this as y. Then up to this much journey, we have to take this u, this v. Okay, student? And this h, height, which is denoted by, or s, which is denoted by y. So students, keep in mind, while the body is moving upward, here we are getting that the acceleration is in downward direction because its speed is decreasing. That I had explained. And the speed decreases means acceleration is what? Negative, means acceleration is in backward direction. That's why the speed have decreases. Also, we have learned earth always pulls something. So if some body is moving upward, the earth will pull downward, means surely its speed will decrease. Means acceleration or the force is always acting downward. So motion in upward, but acceleration in downward. So this acceleration or g value, here we have to take as the negative. Mark it very carefully. So in this case, the acceleration that we shall take should be minus 9.8 meter per second square or 10 meter per second square. So this v becomes zero. This is at the top only. Means if the body is just going to return at this point, if v is asked somewhere here, the body is here, then at this point v is not zero. Okay, student? So if we consider this much journey, we have to consider this much height only. So students, what we have learned for vertical motion, so write it carefully. For vertical motion, the displacement is the height. So right, the displacement should be replaced by height. Means in the symbol form, wherever s in the kinematic equation, this should be replaced by h or y. The acceleration that we were considering, this acceleration is acceleration due to gravity, and this acceleration due to gravity is denoted by g, a small g. So we shall replace the acceleration by g. Also, this g should be taken as positive for downward motion, and this g should be taken as negative for upward motion. Very important thing. This we are going to use today. Students, means the acceleration a that we will use as the 10 or 9.8, nearly they are the same, meter per second square, means no sign is given, means it will be positive, that we will take. But if it is negative, then surely put this minus of 10 meter per second square. Keep in mind, this downward direction, g is taken positive. So it is for downward motion. A student, this is for the upward motion. This thing we have to keep in mind. Students, so displacement should be replaced by h, acceleration should be by g, and u and v remains the same. U, the same initial, no any sign change even for the vertical motion, initial velocity, the v is same as the final velocity. Okay, students, and the time, surely for this process the time will be there. Therefore, how the kinematic equation? Students, for horizontal motion we were using the term like body start from rest, but for the vertical motion we are using a term called the body released from height. Say you are standing on your roof, you have a ball, you are just taking your hand just outside your roof near to the ground and you are releasing. Means you are just not throwing the ball down, but you are just releasing the ball from your hand. Means while you were earlier holding the ball, now you are no longer holding the ball, you have just released. That condition, the u becomes 0. It will be like this condition. So students, that condition or that term even we have to write here, body released from height. So a body released from height. So this term released, release simply means it is u is equals to 0 for vertical motion, and the motion is downward. That keep in mind, it is for the downward. So this could be the another phrase that we will come across. Now, a student, for vertical motion we have understand this thing. Let me summarize. A student, for horizontal motion we have the body is starting with u raised to v, and the kinematic equation that we are writing is v is equals to u plus at. Students, the displacement s is ut plus half at square. Then v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Students, even the average can be calculated by u plus v by 2. This is also the fourth one, but not that much important or not that much useful. Okay, these are the four things for the horizontal motion. But if we come across the vertical motion, in that case, either the body is released from certain height. Say, I have something in my hand and I'm just going to release it. Means it is something in my hand and I have just Means I'm holding right now, I have just leave it. It have fallen downward. Okay? Or I have this in my hand and I want to throw it upward. Are you getting? It have returned back. See? Yeah, it have returned back. Getting? Means you are observing the body have moved up to this much height, then it have came back. So while two kind of motion. Once the body is being just released. So in this case, downward motion is considered. While thrown up, it is called as upward motion. Now, while the body is under downward or upward, its speed always changes at fixed rate. That change of speed at a rate is called as acceleration. So the body always had particular acceleration or a fixed acceleration. That value is nearly 10 meter per second square. Keep in mind, a student, so acceleration under this vertical motion is always fixed. That we have written here. And this acceleration is given a special name called acceleration due to gravity, because this acceleration is due to the earth pull, which is always applying the same amount of force on the body. Give rise to same amount of acceleration. Okay, student? So it is this one. Now, if the ball is falling downward, means the motion is downward, the speed increases, the acceleration is taken positive. But if the ball is thrown upward, then its speed is going to decrease, so that finally it will reach to its maximum height when its speed becomes 0. So acceleration is taken as negative. The journey is like this one. This thing we have written. So a student, if we compare this horizontal motion with this vertical motion, this displacement is denoted by h, u, v as it is, t as it is, but acceleration is denoted by g. Okay, student, it is this one. So our kinematic equation for this vertical motion is like this. Okay, student, this vertical motion, how is the kinematic equation? So write kinematic equations becomes, how is that? A student, just understand, v is u plus at. This is the general form, but in this v denotation remain as it is, u as it is, but the a have to be denoted by either plus a or minus a. So let me write, for the downward motion, acceleration becomes zt. A student, s is denoted by ut plus half at square. Now for the vertical motion, this s we are denoting it by the height. H is ut plus half zt square. A student, v square is u square plus 2as. Means this equation will turn into v square is equals to u square plus 2gh. So a student, this is the equation that we are, or the symbol that we are going to use for the vertical motion. So this is for the downward. So this is for our downward motion, student, that we have to write. Because if it is going to upward, where g is taken as positive. Okay, now student? If it is, we are going to take this upward. So write for, so write here, side by side. Here let us write. Means the body have released here, it is moving downward, then this is going, we are going to use. But if the body is here and if it is moving upward, then keep in mind g should be taken negative only. Then we are using v is equals to u minus zt. H means s equals to ut plus half at square. That will turn into h is equals to ut minus of half zt square. Okay, student? And v square is equals to u square minus 2gh. This thing. Okay, so for upward motion, negative sign, with g is equals to, keep in mind, this g value should be this one. And for downward motion, it should be positive. The another thing that we must keep in mind, for vertical motion, right on the earth, the next important thing is, so for vertical motion, a body released from height or certain height. It simply means, when it is saying that the body is released, it simply means in your mind a figure shall come that the body is at certain height and it is being released. So while it is released, its initial velocity is 0. This implies u is equals to 0. That you have to keep in mind. Now the ninth one is related to, so if the body is thrown upward, this is the situation. So for throwing the body upwards, surely you have to give some initial speed. But while it is going to or moving on this path, then it will surely return back. Then at this top, this is the top of the journey of this ball. Top of journey of the ball. So at the top of the journey or top of the motion, so at this top only, keep in mind, at this top point speed become 0, but it cannot be 0 at any other intermediate point. If you are interested at this point, in this point, v is not equals to 0, but just at this moment, at this point, the v value become 0. Very important thing. So right, at the top of the vertical motion, its speed becomes 0, so that it return back. So the final speed in this case, so keep in mind, in this case, the v becomes 0. Keep in mind, u cannot be 0 in this case. Okay, now, because for moving this upwards, surely you will have to give some initial velocity, only then it can move upward. So these are the key things, or 9 key features that we have to keep in mind, student, for solving the numerical. Now I'm going to solve the numerical. In this, student, though I had explained in the point number 4 and 5, but if you wish, you may write this. So take reference direction. Take reference positive direction as the direction of motion, and quantities opposite to this direction should be taken negative. Quantities in opposite direction should be negative. The same thing I had explained even in the earlier 2 points, students. Like I had explained, the body is being released from here, so initial motion is in this direction. So this is our reference positive direction. So positive direction. So all the quantity in this direction should be taken positive, but here in this case g is also in downward, because g or acceleration due to gravity is always acts downward. So this way. But if I consider the ball is being thrown upward, in this case, student, keep in mind, this direction is taken as positive direction. This is our reference. But in this reference, we have considered the u. U is what? Direction of motion, which is taken as the positive, which is upward. But still the g always acts downward. Therefore, the g should be taken as negative. Okay, in this case. Similarly, student, in this case, the height that we are considering upward is taken as positive. But in this case, this much height in downward is taken as positive. Okay, because u downward, h downward, both are positive. G is also downward, all are positive. But in this case, the motion have started upward, So upward direction is taken positive. So the height covered in upward direction is taken positive. The initial speed in upward direction is positive, but g, acceleration due to gravity, always acts downward, so it is negative. Okay, so these are the 10 key things that we have to keep in mind. Now let us apply this thing in our numerical. Students, very important thing, you do not never forget. You will see, if you are knowing to apply this 10 things, surely you can solve the numerical very easily. Student, the other auxiliary thing that we had already learned in our previous classes, if you wish, you may write. For solving the numerical, you must consider the system of unit. So all the units should be in the same system of unit. So consistency of system of unit, that is important. So consistency of system of units, it is very important. Means all the quantities should be in the same system of unit. Like if one speed is given as 72 kilometer per hour, but its initial speed was say 5 meter per second, and acceleration is given as 2 meter per second square, then it is asked in what time this change in velocity have occurred. Then keep in mind, the very first thing is you need to convert this into the meter per second. Then only you can apply the formula acceleration is v minus u by t. Okay, means you shall not use this 72 directly, rather convert this 72 into meter per second. You will get this as the 20 meter per second. I had explained so many times how this conversion represent or replace this kilometer by 100 meter, hour by 60 into 60 in denominator, cancelling, you will get this much. Okay, student? So system of unit is very important thing that we have to keep in mind. So never forget this system of unit. Then other thing, let us rewrite it, though I had already explained. The other thing is, whatever the quantity given, write it in symbol form. Draw this situation. Say the body is moving, draw horizontal line, put all the quantity. If the vertical motion, make a vertical line, plot all the given quantity on that diagram. So student, the next quantity is draw a sketch diagram or rough diagram. Rough diagram do not means the diagram at the end you need to draw. So better to write draw diagram for motion. Draw diagram. So write all given quantities in symbol form. It is in symbol form. Very important thing. Then after writing the quantities in symbol form, you have to search that formula which is correlating the given quantities. Okay, and the unknown also. Okay, student? So write all given quantities in symbol form. Also mark unknown. Mark unknown means what is to be calculated, that also you have to write in symbol form. Then search formula correlating or formula that is relating unknown with known quantity. Unknown, whatever in the symbol form that we have donated or denoted, and known quantities. So this is the final step, and calculate the unknown. Calculate unknown. Like here I have represented some situation. Say the body is moving from point A to point B. So at A it was u, which was 5 meter per second. At point B it is v, which converted or which is given as 72 kilometer per hour. So during this motion, the body have the acceleration of 2 meter per second. In what time it have reached to this one? So this is the time t. Students, just we are knowing that acceleration is v minus u by t. Rearrange it. T is V minus U by A. Now here V, no need to take the 72 because system of unit we need to consider. We shall take 20 by changing the unit. And U, which is our 5, by acceleration is our 2. So it is our 15 by 2. So it will come as 7.5. The unit will be second. This will be the answer. Okay, student? So how is the numerical? Let us start. So numerical is very important thing. कि फिजिक्स में ज्यादातर बच्चे के अच्छे मार्क्स इसीलिए नहीं आते हैं कि वो न्यूमेरिकल सही से सॉल्व नहीं कर पाते हैं. हाँ स्टूडेंट, सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. फिजिक्स में अच्छे मार्क्स लाने हैं. फिजिक्स आर टोटली मैथमेटिक्स. आपको ये स्किल डेवलप करने हैं. सो प्लीज लर्न इट केयरफुली. You will see the numerical after understanding this 10 or 12 thing. The numerical is very easy just by looking, and you will love to solve the numerical, or you will start loving the physics. A student, let us consider the numerical. A body on a straight line was moving, have attended a speed of 108 km per hour in 5 seconds under constant acceleration of 2 meters per second square, then find its initial speed. So whatever given in the numerical, let us write this situation. Means the body must be moving on a straight line. Let us consider initially the body was at A, it have reached to B. So initial speed, it must have some initial speed which is to be calculated. So that initial speed, let us denote it by U. But it have attained the final speed as 108 km per hour. But for attaining this speed from U to V, it is undergoing an acceleration A, which is 2 meters per second square, and this have occurred in the time t of 5 seconds also. So what is the value of U? So this is what this situation. Or a student, you may write these quantities separately or in horizontal fashion or properly. Means the given quantity is the speed 108 km per hour. That first we have written. The another one given was our time, which is 5 seconds. The next one is acceleration. Just by observing the unit, we can understand it is our 2 meters per second square. Then we have to calculate its initial speed with which the body was moving. See, U, V, T and A. What is the formula? That we need to search, a student. But before that, we shall take for the system of unit. The other quantities are in meter and second, but it is in the kilometer per hour. So our first step should be consistency of system of unit. So convert it 108 kilometer, convert it into the meter by multiplying it by 1000 meter, and by 1 hour. So 1 hour we have to convert it into the 60 into 60, that much second. Here the 2 zeros can be removed from here. Then this 36
30 meters per second.
we can get. Yes, 36 and 36 threes are. So it is our 3030 meter per second. So students, we shall consider this speed as 30 meter per second because the time is in second and the acceleration is this. Now, after writing this quantity, you have to search for the formula. What are the kinetic equation or the formula? Students, just we had learned. So you at for certain moment you think all the possible formula. What are the possible formula? That we have learned what distance is equals to speed into time. This we have learned in the very basic. Or speed is distance by time. or velocity is equals to displacement by time. Then the other one is v is equals to u plus at. Then another is displacement s is equals to ut plus half at square. Then the v square is equals to u square plus 2as. These are the only formula that we had learned. Student, this is same as a is equals to v minus u by t. Okay. So these are the only 4 formulas that we have learned till now. Or even the average velocity is given by u plus v by 2. That is not that much important. Student, now see what are given quantities. So which one is suitable for us? That you have to think. Now let us think for the first one. Can I apply displacement s is equals to v into t?
Hello, sir.
Keep in mind the first formula s is equals to v into t cannot be applied because the body is under uniform acceleration. It is given that the body is moving under acceleration. You are given with acceleration. At that time, you need to apply this formula. This is not applicable. This is applicable only if the acceleration is 0. So substitute a is equals to 0, it gets converted into this form. When a is equals to 0, v is same as u, so it gets converted into ut or vt. So very important, search for the possible formula and apply or choose the suitable one. So here, even if the displacement is asked, then we shall apply this one. We cannot apply this. But here, it is asked for calculating the u. So let us say which one formula is correlating v, t, u and a. V, u, a, t. So it appears that this is the formula which is correlating all our given quantity like v, t, a and u. So this is suitable one. Okay, student. So let us take this. So we have to write the formula first. Since v is equals to u plus at. So this implies, now here, whatever the equation we have selected, in that we need to substitute these values. V is 30, u, see, this we need to calculate. So keep that symbol as it is, plus the acceleration is there, means it is positive we have taken. So 2 into the time is our point. So students, here we are getting that 30 is equals to u plus 5 to the 10. So bring this 30 minus 10 is equals to u. So 30 minus 10 is our 20 is equals to u. So this implies the u, which is denoting the initial speed, is our 20 meter per second. So writing unit is very important. Okay, though we have calculated the numerical value here, but lastly you have to write the answer along with the unit. So u asked was our 20 meter per second. So this was the answer that we were searching. Okay, student. So it's very easy. As students, it may be asked, find the displacement covered in this duration. Means when the speed have changed in certain ways. So what was the displacement? So students, write down the question number 2 in that. So find the displacement in above question. Students, in this question or in the given question, we have to calculate now displacement also. Rather than writing there, one may ask here or written here, also calculate its displacement. Means in the single question, you may be asked for the 2 unknown. So initial speed, though we had calculated, and the displacement is also asked here. So what is the displacement? Symbol wise, it is our s is equals to what? So student, nothing to do. Whatever the data we had represented, everything is fine. Whatever we have done or calculated. Now search for the formula which is relating this displacement with this given quantity. It need not be necessary that S must be related with all of these quantities. Okay, student? S in term of some quantities only, and this unknown. Now, let us come to this second question or this part where we want to calculate the displacement. Students, now for displacement, again we have to search for the formula or applicable formula. Means again, for this second question, students, just copy the given quantities. So students, the quantity is given and to be calculated is like this. Means first you need to write it. Our solution is, so very first step is write the given quantities. We have written the V given as 108 km per hour from the previous question. Converting into the meter per second, it is 30 meter per second. Time is 5 seconds. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. U is what, this was the previous question. And now we have to calculate the displacement. Students, we had listed displacement is given by V into T. But these are the limitation. This can be applied for zero acceleration if acceleration is not there. But here A is given, surely this formula cannot be applied. Search for the other. V is equals to U plus AT. Now, observe that this formula do not contain the displacement S. So this cannot be used. Student, it is AT only. Okay, now. Then go for the next one. Another displacement S is equals to UT plus half AT square. Yes, it appears that displacement UT plus half AT square can be used. But if I do not have this U, means U is not calculated till now, then this cannot be applied. Okay. So if U is not asked, but still directly displacement is asked, first you need to calculate the U, then substitute it. Or let us search for the other one, whether that can be applied. V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. Even this third kinematic equation also correlate A, U and V. So from here, students, we are getting that this U is very important, because without calculating this U, we cannot calculate the S, though we have to calculate this displacement S, either by this one or by this one. So from here we are observing that either of these two equations, means second or third kinematic equation, can be applied for calculating the displacement. But for applying the second equation, again we need to calculate U. Or even for the third equation, we need to calculate the U. So U have to be calculated first, whether it is asked in question or not. If the question is directly asked like this, means without calculating U, but still you need to calculate this U. Therefore, whatever the calculation earlier, that we have to do here also. So here we have V is equals to U plus AT. Then this 30 is equals to U plus A is our 2 into 10. As we had calculated earlier, U comes as 20. Okay, students? It is coming as 20 meter per second. So whatever this U now we have calculated, this U can be used either in 2 or in 3 for calculating the displacement. So let us see. Now, this was the intermediate step, though it may not be asked in question, but still you have to calculate for calculating this S. S is given by UT plus half of AT square. Mind it carefully, student. So U, whatever we have calculated here, that we need to put. The T is given to us. It is about 5 plus half. The A is already given to us, that we have to substitute here. The T Keep in mind, student, it is 5 square. Now we have to just solve it. That's all. So 5 into 20, 100 plus this 2 and this 2 can be cancelled. And but 5 square is 25. This is going to give us 125. And unit is very important. Therefore, displacement S is 125 meter. Very important, student. Though one of these speed was given in kilometer, we had converted it into the meter. Students, it was this one. Or, students, you are also free to apply this equation. Let us try. It need not be necessary always apply this one. Whatever the suitable equation, all cell must give the same result. Let us try with the second one. Also, using third kinematic equation, that is our V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. Student, keep in mind this displacement S we want to calculate. So be careful. Substitute the value. The V already given, converting the unit, it is our 30 meter. So there is square. Then U, though it was not given, but we had calculated this U because this is useful in this equation. Without using U, we cannot calculate. So that's why we had calculated this as the 20 there is square plus twice the acceleration is already given to us, student. It is our 2 into the displacement S that we want to calculate. So go for simplifying this. It is how much? 30 square. If you wish, let me write this as the 900 is equals to, you may bring this 20 square, which is 400 on left hand side. So minus 400, 2 to the 4 into S. A student, you can simplify it very easily, or it is very easy to simplify. So this simplification are very important part. Then only you can get the full marks. So 900 minus 400 is our 500 is equals to 4S. A student, this is not the second. This is the S that we want to calculate. So 500 by 4 is equals to S. So this is what? 125 is equals to S. So this implies the displacement S is again coming as 125 meter. This is the required answer. So from this numerical or these two numerical, you have understood how to approach the numerical. Okay, student? Various numericals are given in our textbook. Let us take some of them. Students, let us come to the textbook question, the blue question or in-text question. The first question, uniform acceleration and non-uniform accelerated motion. Very easy. Let us come for the second question. Students, for the first question, if you have doubt, you go through the previous videos. There the differences and all the explanations are written. Let us come to question number 2. In the question number 2, a body decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration. So whatever the given data, you have to write it carefully. So for the question number 2, the data given, the body or the bus have two kind of speed. One is 80 km per hour and its final speed becomes 60 km. So in the symbol form, U is our 80 km per hour and V is 60 km per hour. And the next thing is given is the time T is 5 seconds. Then what is its acceleration? It is asked. Okay, what was I had underlined in this question? Only those things I have written. Similar fashion, you have to underline the important thing or the given data, then write it in the symbol form. Now search for the formula. Students, very first is our system of unit. Here the time in second, But in these two cases, we have kilometer per hour. So better to convert either this 80 kilometer per hour into the meter per second, also the 60 kilometer per hour into meter per second, or you may convert it this time into the hour itself. Let us first convert this u into the meter per second. For converting into meter per second, it will be 80 multiplied by 1000 divided by 3600. Student, you may remember this in the simpler form like this also. These two are getting cancelled by this become 18, this become 5. So in simpler form, many times we are remembering that this 18 have to be just multiplied, sorry, this 80 have to be just multiplied by 5 by 18, that's all, to get in the meter per second. That's all. This way we can also do. So let us do it. So try to cancel it. What we can do? So it will become 9. This become 40. So cancelling this, so 9 will remain in denominator, but 5 4s are 20. One more 0 by 9. This much meter per second. Students, so 80 kilometer per hour is same as 200 by 9 meter per second. Similarly, we have to convert this one also, 60. So for converting it into the 60 meter per second, just you can use this 5 by 18 as the multiplying factor. Or if you have doubt, then go through this basics. Multiply numerator by the 1000, denominator by 60 into 60, you are getting the same factor, 5 by 18. Okay, so this much meter per second. Students, again we may, if we wish, we may cancel or we may carry this as it is. So let us keep it. So 9 and it is our 30. Even 9 can also be cancelled, but let us leave it. So 5 3s are 150 by 9 meter per second. So this way, I have obtained u and v in the term of meter per second because the time is in second. Now search for the formula which is correlating u, v and t. And this a, acceleration a is given by v minus u by t. Substitute, but while substituting, keep in mind we shall use this meter per second because the time we are going to use in second. There is other way of converting this time into the hour, then we can use this 80 and 60. Let us first use in the unit of meter per second. V is our 150 by 9 and u is 200. So it is our 150 and 200. It gets converted into the minus 50. No any change. Okay, so the negative sign will come only. So only it will be minus. Students, the acceleration that we are getting is minus of 1.11 meter per second square. This negative sign indicate it is a retardation, or the negative sign signifies that our calculation is correct where the speed have decreased because initially it was 80. Student, the same thing can also be calculated in the other system of unit. Here it is given that v is 60 kilometer per hour and u is 80 kilometer per hour, and this is occurring in the time t is equals to 5 seconds. Now we want to calculate the acceleration. So students, we shall must consider the system of units. Here numerator, sorry, v and u are in the term of kilometer per hour, but t in second. So you may convert this into hour itself. So you may convert into 5 by 60 minute into one more 60 in denominator, this much hour. So if you wish, you may consider like this. So it is like 1 by 720 hour. So if you wish, you may convert it into this hour also. Now, the acceleration is given by v minus u by t. At this time, we are going to use this v in kilometer per hour, u in kilometer per hour, then surely the t that we shall use in hour. So that the acceleration unit will be kilometer per hour square. So let us substitute. V is our 60 minus 80 divided by our t. Keep in mind, student, it is 1 by 720. If you wish, you may carry the unit also. It was our kilometer per hour, and this is our hour. Students, do it carefully. 60 minus 80 is our 20, but this is 1 by 720. So 720 will come in numerator by 1. It becomes like this. So be careful while you are solving this. Now the unit is what? Kilometer per hour square. Students, go for multiplying is 7 to the 14, 400 kilometer per hour square. This is the answer. Keep in mind, these two are the same thing. These two are not different. But here the unit is meter per second square, but here the unit is kilometer per hour square. That's why this numerical value is different. But here negative sign still we have to carry. Okay now students? So negative sign indicate it is the retardation. So the important thing that we have learned from this numerical is the system of units. So also must be in some consistent unit or in the same units. Like time, if is speed in kilometer per hour, so either we shall take time into hour, then apply the formula, or convert this v and u into the kilometer per hour to the new unit of meter per second, then use this formula with time is equals to 5 seconds. Okay, it is that much. Now let us come for the next question, students. These are very easy question, but very important to understand the key thing or what the question means. Let us come for the question number 3. First, we have to read the question. We have to note down the data. A train is starting from a railway station. Wherever the term is starting means quickly you shall write u is equals to 0. One data is there. And moving with uniform acceleration. So acceleration is there. Means acceleration will be some value, though that numerical value is not given here. So you just write the symbol, keep this as it is. Attain the speed means its speed have become 40 kilometer per hour in 10 minutes. So the time given is your 10 minutes. Students, be careful regarding the unit, then find the acceleration. Even this acceleration is asked. The formula that we are knowing for the acceleration is v minus u by t. But for applying this, the time and speed must be in the same unit. Like here, v is given in the 40 kilometer per hour, time is in the minute. We may convert this time into the hour, then we can use this v directly. So 10 by 60, this much hour, because it was minute, so only 160 it is being divided to convert it into hour. So cancelling this, we are getting it is 1 by 6 hour. Keep this t in the fraction. Therefore, the acceleration a, which is given by v minus u by t, now we have to substitute. Keep in mind, the v is in kilometer per hour, that's why the t is converted into hour. So put this 40 kilometer per hour the u started from rest, so unit is not important because initial speed is 0. So whatever the unit, it will remain the 0. The t is 1/6. Student, keep in mind, you may carry the unit. So it is our kilometer per hour divided by hour, so it becomes kilometer per hour square. It is like 40. This gets converted into 6/1 kilometer per hour square. So it is 240 kilometer per hour square. So what we are observing, a student, every time if we are coming across some of the phrases like starting, ending, take u, v or other thing that I had explained. Okay, then the system of unit is the other thing. It is that one. Then only apply the formula. Let us solve one more question, then we will stop. Hardly one more question. Okay students, so just keep patience. एक और आपको सिखलाता हूं, बाकी आप न्यूमेरिकल करेंगे घर में, एंड आप जितना न्यूमेरिकल करेंगे उतना आपके लिए अच्छा है स्टूडेंट. These are the question taken from your textbook. Let us solve the question number 5. So a stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meters per second. If acceleration of the stone during the motion is 10 meters per second square in downward direction, what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? So draw the situation. Here we are given that, or here the data given is, so a ball or a stone is thrown upward. When a stone is thrown upward, surely it means it has some initial velocity. So it is given that the initial velocity is 5 meters per second. So write that. If the acceleration, here the acceleration is given, and it is given that acceleration A is in downward direction, which is 10 meters per second square. Students, from here the concept of taking reference and the sign arises. Okay, now here it is given that acceleration is downward, but our motion is upward. So a student, here we have taken u as 5 meters per second upward as positive, then surely this should be taken negative. So must take it negative. So acceleration, though here the value is given, even if the value is not given and it is simply given that the body is moving vertically, then still you need to take the negative value. So it is minus of 10 meter per second square. Keep in mind, this minus we have taken because this is in downward direction, though our motion was in upward direction, therefore A is taken negative. Okay, so that keep in mind. Then come to the next part, or next given quantity. It is also given that the acceleration is downward. To make you understand, take this as the negative. Then we have to find the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there. A student, when it is thrown, you are knowing that, or I have explained the motion, that it will go to a maximum height h such that its speed becomes 0. So this maximum height is asked. Okay, student? So write at maximum height means the maximum attained height or the maximum height, its final velocity or speed becomes 0. Therefore, v is equals to 0 at h. Okay, no? यानी कि जब ये हाइट h पे जाएगा तो इसका फाइनल स्पीड और फाइनल वेलोसिटी वो 0 हो जाएगा. ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है स्टूडेंट. हाँ, तो यहां से अपने को क्या मिला, u मिला, a मिला, v मिला और h हमें कैलकुलेट करने हैं. तो ऐसा रिलेशन जो इस गिवन क्वांटिटीज को कोरिलेट कर सके, स्टूडेंट, दिस h we have to calculate. Okay, now so recall the formula. V is u plus at, but this is a vertical motion. We may use the g also, or you may use this symbol also. S is equals to ut plus half at square. Another is v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Now observe which formula is applicable. U, A, V and H is given or to be calculated. So observe here, in the first T is required but T is not given, so not useful. Second also the T is required but T is not given, so not useful. Coming to the third, U, V, A and S. In this third formula we are getting that V is given. How it is given? Indirectly, that during the vertical upward motion at the maximum height attended, the velocity becomes 0, or the velocity becomes 0 at the top of the journey of a vertical motion, that we have written. So that's why this V is given to us, the U is given to us, the A, since it is under the gravity, so A is also given to us, the S to be calculated. Therefore, the third equation is applicable. So this way you have to write all these equations and search which equation you can apply. Then only you can learn the numericals, right? Since by the third kinetic equation, V square is equals to U square plus 2as, or student you may write directly 2as is equals to V square minus U square, in any form you may remember. So substitute this at maximum height. V is 0, so 0 square is equals to U is given as 5. A student, keep in mind, we have already confirmed the unit is consistent, like meter per second squared 0. So height h will also be in the meter. So first we must confirm the unit. It is understood here. That's why we have not gone for any unit conversion. We are directly substituting. V is 0, U as 5 square plus twice acceleration A is given as minus 10. Very important, student. And this displacement S that we want to calculate. Now say this is 0 is equals to 25 minus 5 to the 20, means 2 into 10 is minus 20, and S. We have to calculate this S, so bring this S on left hand side.
Answer is
So
5.
20 S is equals to, on right hand side we have this 25. Okay, student. So just S we have to calculate. It is our 25 by 20. Go for just dividing it. You may get is 12.5 or 1.25. Okay, student. Or if you wish, you may first cancel this. 5 5s are and 5 4s are. So it is 5 by 4 meter or 1.25 meter. Okay, student. So here unit is very important. So this way we are observing that this body can go to a maximum height h is equals to 1.25 meter only. At this height the velocity becomes 0, then it will return back. Like I am just throwing it upward, it has slightly gone up, again return. So it is something like that. So it have returned at the top of its journey, the speed becomes 0. That is the maximum height. Now, student, here it may be asked, at what time its speed becomes 0? I think that is also the question. Yeah, the next part is how much time will it take to reach there? Means at maximum height, यहां से ग्राउंड से टॉप तक पहुंचने में इसने कितने टाइम लिए हैं, ये कैलकुलेट करना है. ओके स्टूडेंट, सो राइट अगेन, व्हाट इज आस्क्ड, t इज इक्वल्स टू व्हाट? t किसके लिए? देखिए स्टूडेंट, यहां तक पहुंचने के लिए, बट यहां पे v 0 है, u 5 है, a हमें पता है, आप चाहिए तो एक बार और भी लिख लीजिए, u is given as the 5 meter per second. Students, the a is our minus 10 meter per second square. Students, we have calculated this s or height. Student, this s is nothing but it is this height. We have denoted here this s in the term of h, so that doesn't matter. S or h or s, here we have directly used the term s. So students, though here s means h or s, we can use 1.25 meter, or even without using this we can also calculate. What? Another thing is, at top of the journey v is 0, means you are getting the body is thrown here, and at this it is going to return back. So here the v is 0, here the u is there, which is 5 meter per second. This was the 0 time when it have started. It is taking the time t. In between, the acceleration is acting downward, and it is minus 10 meter per second. Okay, student? So recall for the formula, since v is equals to u plus at. Students, at maximum height, this v is 0 and u is given as 5 plus a is acting downward, so it is minus 10 we have to take, and t that we want to calculate. It's that much simple. Okay, so apply the same equation or the 3 equation out of that which can correlate the unknown. So you can bring this minus 10t on left hand side is equals to 5. So minus, while brought on the left hand side, it have turned into plus. So t is 5 by 10. The unit must be in the second. So it is 0.5 second or half second is the time required. Students, you can also apply this. Also, students, once we have calculated this h, the height h or this s, we can apply this s is equals to ut plus half at square. See here, s is the height that the body travels. So here maximum height is 1.25, or let me put this as the 5 by 4. U is given as the 5 t plus half, the acceleration is minus 10 into t square. But what we are going to get here, t is a square, so that is important here. So you may cancel this as the 5. So 5 by 4, see, we will get the same result. The other time will come negative, which will not be possible. So it is 5t minus of 5t square. This is a quadratic equation, and we have learned that how to solve the quadratic equation. In our previous class we had learned, or even in earlier mathematics I was also explaining. So go for multiplying this. 5 is equals to 5 4s are 20t minus of 20t square, or the better way is to bring this on the left hand side, 20t square minus of 20t, then plus of 5 is equals to 0. Students, from here we can divide it by 5, so 4t square plus, no, it is minus 4t plus 1 is equals to 0. Students, we can write this, or we can factorize it. 2t whole square minus twice into 2t into 1 plus 1 square is equals to 0, because it is in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. From here we can write 2t minus of 1 their whole square is equals to 0, because this is in the form of whole square. This implies 2t minus 1 is 0. So this implies 2t minus 1 or is equals to 1. Bring it on the right hand side. Directly we can write this as 2t is equals to 1. So this implies that t is equals to 1 by 2. So this implies t is equals to 0.5 second. So this is the required answer. We are getting the same answer. Okay, student. So that's why here we are observing, even knowing the quantity is the unknown can be calculated from either of the three. But the important thing or the smart thing is that you must apply that equation by which you can calculate easily. Like see here, by applying v is equals to u plus at, we can calculate t very easily. But on calculating this h or s, then substituting here and calculating the t is a bit lengthy. Though in earlier numerical I had explained you, u is required, so first you need to calculate that. So if something is very urgent or very required to calculate it for using in the equation, then first you need to calculate, or even without calculating, if you can calculate from the other kinetic equation, then you shall go by that method. So students, this was all about the today's class. So here two things was to be calculated. One was our t, another was our height h, and two things we had calculated. So this was all about today's class. Students, आपको कोई डाउट है तो पूछिए. ऐसे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपको ये न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करने आना, नहीं तो आप कभी भी अच्छा मार्क्स नहीं पा सकते हैं. Though in our next class I will solve few more numerical,